up. I'll be the first one to admit that our YouTube content has been pretty stale the last few episodes. The reality is we've been spending a lot more time focusing on the business, which has taken time away from the YouTube content. And that's not fair to you as the viewer, or to our fans, or to our clients, because you guys are the reason we are where we are today. YouTube made us, and neglecting that, it's where we fucked up. In terms of what we've been doing, we've been spending the last 2 months since the split focusing on the actual business. What that means is reviewing policy and procedures, making sure that we provide better customer service to our clients, setting up our CRM and our lead flow, working on revamping our inventory to be off of spreadsheets onto a custom platform. So that's taken a lot of the time. And when it came to YouTube content, we basically gave our team free rein. Meaning if Alfred had an idea, if Vic had an idea, if Marco had an idea, great. But we didn't really sit down and truly put the effort that we should have into it. Because let's address the elephant in the room. When we were Gentleman Timepieces, Anthony was our YouTube platform. He single-handedly built that channel to what it was. And since that departure, we've had to kind of figure out our identity. And so I think it's time to go back to the basics, back to what created us. But you guys let us know in the comments what you want to see. Do you want to see more watch content in terms of what specifically? Do you want to see client interactions? Do you want to see unique watches? Do you want to see us review a collection? Or do you want to see more behind the scenes? Things such as operations, numbers, what is it? Or maybe a combination of all three or more. Let us know in the comments below what you want to see. As for this episode, at the time of filming this, Marco and Alfred are actually out of the office. They're in Las Vegas for IWJG. So today you're going to be stuck with myself, with Vic. We'll try to get Sutton and Trent on with our operations team, as well as our new sales associate, Eric. This episode in particular is going to be much more behind the scenes, talking about what we've done the last 2 months, what changes we've made. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, but if not, let us know in the comments what you want to see. We're here to make content for you guys. You guys are the reason we are where we are today. So let's take a look. Going behind the scenes, let's talk about where we are in terms of the watch market and the economy, right? Because that's a big play in how we operate or what we are going to do for the business. I come from the finance industry, so I'm very familiar with recessions, bear markets, and really right now, you're seeing watch prices drop 20, 30% from the peak. You're seeing, as of the time of this being filmed, the NASDAQ is down nearly 30%. Market's kind of in a free fall. So from a business perspective, we have to be really aware of how to navigate the business during this time. So what I've been trying to do is maximize the space that we're in right now, think of ways to improve it without breaking the bank. So these are some of the changes that we made trying to kind of build the company on a budget there, right? Actually, not a budget, we're just being smarter with our money. All right, so we've made some minor improvements out front here. Before it was just this blank screen. It's kind of that picture over there, Matt. You see that color, kind of a lightish gray, blue. That's what it was. Clients would used to come in and be like, hello, anyone here? Anyone here? So what we did was we added a front reception desk, or receptionist desk. We have a Grand Caliber logo icon that's gonna be put up by the end of this week. That'll be there. We bought a mini fridge that's gonna go right here. Gonna have water, Pellegrino, soda, whatever the client wants to drink. I'm working on getting a small table right here. That way, at least it looks like we're a real business, right? You come in, someone greets you, instead of just saying, hey, anyone here? There's an artist in the UK by the name of Dan Chappell. He works on custom art that's really watch related. We did order some art from him. So there will be art on this wall. Come around. The art would then follow across this wall. Hey!
What's up, guys?
You guys not going to California or what?
We are. We're very soon. That's what we were coming to visit. I wanted to... Good to see you guys.
Dylan and Michaela are moving out to San Francisco. I think you're leaving at the end of this week?
Yep. We're leaving on Sunday.
The first ever employee branching out, going to California, San Francisco, to be clear. In terms of art though, like I said, we're gonna have 3 pieces out front here. And then shifting this way, it'll be 2 pieces of art and then 3 on this wall. That way, you know, appearance is a lot. When a client comes in, they don't want to seem like they're walking into an empty warehouse or an office space that no one's at. So want to have someone feel welcomed, our signs up, there's a receptionist desk, and then some art to bring this place together. In terms of the showroom, we made some changes. If you guys remember, we had the TV on this side. We moved it to this side. That way we can add another display case. Earlier last week, Matt, when you were here, you were filming, we had these 3 display cases and it got to the point where we didn't have enough room for the watches that were coming in. We had 10 extra watches that were sitting in our safe because there was no room for it. And that's not fair to either consignees that have consigned watches to us or just watches that we've bought that we want to sell. So what we did was we brought an extra case in, and so this allowed us to expand the spot by, I don't know, call it 30 or something watches. We, 3 days ago, had about 10 to 12 watches in here. They all have now sold. Because the joke I made is either we need to find more space for our watches or we got to start selling more watches, guys. So our team has cranked into overdrive. They've sold a lot of watches. We've done month to date, you know, being 12 days into the month, we've done about 800,000 in revenue, which is about 52 watches that have been sold. Most of them are going to be a little bit lower in price value than we've done in the past. I think our average sale is really around 15,000, but we did sell a lot of Panerais, Omegas, IWCs, as well as a lot of sport model Rolexes. What hasn't happened is we haven't been selling the Richard Milles, the Patek's, things like that. Not because we don't want to, it's just right now a lot of clients that we are working with want more of the $10,000 to $40,000 range. But you'll see some watches in here. I mean, take a look. You have some pretty big hitters here that are 6-figure watches, but it seems like those clients are a little bit slower right now. Yeah, this is a new space. As soon as I said, hey, let's bring in a new case, they started selling watches. So now I don't know what to do with this one. Either we got to bring more consignment watches in, we got to buy more watches for inventory, or our sales team has to slow down, which I don't want them to do. So other things that we're working on behind the scenes is, you'll see this a lot in big dealers. This is our inventory room. Typically what you would want is a security camera that shoots down on certain areas where you open a package, where you pack up a package. That way if there's any disputes, you can just roll the footage, right? Hey, this is what we got when we opened it. Don't know why we haven't had this. When I've reviewed the insurance policy, it's been a high priority for me to make sure that happens. So we have someone coming out this week to install a camera here and then install another camera here. We got our safes done. We got our insurance completed. Our policy and procedures is underway. We overhauled our entire inventory. So like I said, you guys probably, the infamous spreadsheets that people talk about, we're off the spreadsheets onto a different platform, web-based on an app. So, you know, again, like I said, we've been focusing a lot on the business, client relations, which we kind of let you down on YouTube, but we're going to go, again, back to the basics. Let us know what you want to see. I think Vic has something to show you guys. I think a couple of weeks ago, he had a Daytona that was pretty beat up, and it just came back yesterday. So let's check in with Vic to see where we're at with that.
All right, guys, I am excited, beyond excited. I know you guys saw the video a couple weeks back about the Daytona that was, it was pretty beat, man, not gonna lie to you. But I am beyond happy with the results. Look at this thing here, guys. I mean, the bezel, he nailed it, he really did. And the thing with gold, you have to be careful. You cannot take off too much. You just don't want to wear that gold out, making it a little bit thinner. But so you guys remember that big dent that we had in the class? Our watchmaker had to do some laser welding. You don't want to kind of overdo that in that area for it to be noticeable. So you have to be really, really fine with that. But you can see I mean, if you ask me, in my opinion, he nailed it. It's not going to be a brand new watch, especially in the condition that it was. But I'll let you guys be the judge of the work. I have reached out to the client. He was generous enough to let us keep it one extra day so I could show you guys the before and the after, but he has been on my case to get it back to him. Hey, I spent $90K on a watch. I'm gonna want my watch too, so I don't blame him. And thank you for that. You know who you are. I very much appreciate it.
Hey Eric, come in.
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing well.
Sutton had told me that these watches are going out and that they all belong to you.
Yes.
Nice. 3 watches, huh?
Yes, sir. 3 watches sold.
3 watches. So how long you been with us?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
About.
Are any of these being delivered, like personally? Are they coming in? Or are we gonna ship all of them?
So all 3 of those will be shipped out.
Okay.
Yes.
3 different clients.
Yes.
Which one was your first deal out of these 3?
It'll be the Daytona, the 2-tone. Yeah.
Was this sold to a dealer, to a client?
Dealer.
Dealer.
Yeah.
Okay. Wholesale?
Near wholesale, I'd say. Yeah.
Like a wholesale pricing?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about these 2?
Private clients.
Private clients.
Yes, sir.
Are you having trouble at all with, when people reach out to you? Because I think, are these leads that we've given you from our website? Are they reaching out to you directly? How are you connecting with these clients?
So this root beer was a cold call. He called me. Yeah. And then the meteorite was an Instagram DM.
So cold call meaning they reached out to you directly?
Yes.
Or did they call the Grand Caliber number?
They called the Grand Caliber number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is this client located?
Oh, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't really know.
You're just selling, you're just wheeling and dealing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. See if down the road, if any clients are open to meeting you in person. I think for something obviously like this here, a much bigger purchase, if they're in the area, I would love to have you go meet them face to face to hand deliver it. Depending on where they are, we could potentially go meet them. I just think watches like this here are very, very unique. And so something I've been talking a lot about is making sure the customer service is much higher than what it was before. Which one was the easiest one to sell?
The root beer.
The root beer?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
We went back and forth for like 5 minutes on a phone call. We said, you know what, I'll do it. And it's just pretty simple.
If you had to pick one of the 3, what would you personally take?
To keep?
Yeah.
Well, the meteorite Pepsi all day.
Is that just because of the value or because there's actually history behind it?
Both, I'd say. But
He's going for the most expensive one.
yeah, it's $75K, I'll take it.
What if you had the option of just the meteorite Pepsi or both these watches?
The Pepsi all day.
Still.
Yeah, it's a meteorite on the dial.
I saw the wire come in for this.
Okay.
So let's make sure Sutton can get this shipped out today. This one has also been paid. The wire came in for this one. And I think we have a deposit for this one. We're still waiting for the remaining. So let's hold on to this one until we get paid on that.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Good work. Any other deals you got?
Possibly a Starbucks and a James Cameron. Yeah, 2 watches. And then actually the Datejust, the 126-3333, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're starting to push one of our other sales associate right now, huh?
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, man. We'll get these shipped out.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let me know if you need anything. Are the leads coming in strong?
Today it's been slow, but it's been good
It's been good?
so far.
Good. Well, let's get this over to Sutton. Let's get these shipped out.
Cool.
Good morning.
What's up, brother?
Got a lot of fires today.
Why?
Well, we're short 100,000.
You fucking serious?
Yep. Tom's check bounced.
Fucking kidding me, dude. Alright, we gotta get Dust on the phone. This is fucking bullshit.
Yep. It's going to put a lot of pressure just because we already paid that guy $100,000 and now Tom's check bounced, so now we're out $100,000. I guess whoever told you that check was going to bounce yesterday was right because it did bounce.
Oh, I don't understand how it could go through then bounce.
They only put a hold on it for a day, but I was suspicious just because the check didn't have like a name in the top left corner, didn't have an address, it didn't even have a check number. But this is annoying because we've been dealing this for a month and a half. He gave us a 200,000 plus check that, he said not to cash, and then for some reason he can't wire. Like, I don't understand why he can't wire, 1, and 2, we were supposed to get a cashier's check. He said cashier's check, and then he wrote a personal check.
And it just wrote a check.
He wrote a check that didn't have a name on the top left corner, didn't have a check number. And this is going to screw us up, not only financially, but like it's not a good look when we're putting or depositing checks that bounce, especially for that amount, you know? Like I wouldn't be surprised if our bank account now moving forward with large checks take much longer to clear because of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
So it kind of puts us in a not ideal spot, especially since we've already paid that client, you know?
All right, well, I'm going to call Justin because this motherfucker better lawyer up because this is it.
Even if we lawyer up, it's not going to be a quick process. Okay, you lawyer up, we take them to court or whatever the case may be. That still means that it could take weeks, if not months, before it's settled. So, you know, in the meantime, we're still out $100,000. How much does the watch sell for?
255.
255,000, and we've gotten what, 40?
Yeah.
So he still owes us like 210 or 215.
No. Well.
Because where did the 177 come from?
He was only responsible for 217, 350.
Got it. So did we get the other money because we sold it for 255, or did they wire the client directly, or how did that work?
Okay, so 217, 350 was the balance. He paid 40 with a cashier check.
So it was 255. He paid 40, and then somehow he had a balance of 217.55, right?
No, so 217, 350. I mean, so yeah, he owes 40, and then 27. So it's the balance is 177, 350. That's the balance.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if it's sold for 255, and he owes 217, where is the difference there? Like, what happened with that money?
So the guy who traded in the watch, or so the guy who took the watch,
Yeah.
basically, and he sent the watch in for trade, basically.
Oh, got it. So we only owed him 217,350.
Yeah.
And then Tom paid 40 grand, so he owes like 177. And then, I mean, we've been doing this for like a month and a half.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's been totally. And then he was supposed to pay out 100,000, and then he wrote a hot check.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's been a month and a half. We're out 177. He's written us 2 checks. One that we were told not to cash, one that we did cash, when we were told it should have been a cashier's check both times.
And then he went to the branch and wrote the check.
And then he told us yesterday that, oh, it's all good. It went through. Like, it's all good on my end.
Yep.
And I don't understand why you can't wire or get a cashier's check. I mean, like...
I don't know, dude, because something's really shady going on.
Yeah, and he got full payment on it, right? Like, he received the full payment on that watch, so he had the money. I'm guessing he spent the money and now can't pay us.
Yeah, basically.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, this is seriously just completely success.
All right, well, can you try to figure it out? Because, like, for me, I want to make sure our consignees are paid because, like, that's my number one priority. And we got the money to do it, but this is definitely a blow to our capital, you know. I think we've been very, very generous. A month and a half to pay. We've been working with him, understanding, like, but at the same time, this is not like a fucking layaway program where you can just pay when you want. Like, seriously, $217,000. Like, that should have been done, signed, sealed, delivered a month and a half ago.
You're absolutely right. I mean, this got so fucking out of hand because, like, this guy's been trusted so many times, you know, with Anthony and I, and doing business with him has been never had a problem. And then now this. So, yeah, no, this is probably going very public.
Yeah, well, do what you gotta do. We really need that money.
Sorry, I'm like so fucking mad. I can't even think, dude.
I know this is a lot, but at the same time, like, I need you to separate your emotion and, like, obviously call the guy, try to figure it out, talk to our attorney.
All right, I'll be there shortly.
All right, bye.
Let me talk to him.
I'm passing to Vic real quick, 1 second.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hi, Rick.
Yeah, I just kind of overheard and just wanted to help Eric out as much as I can.
I got 3 pieces, right? I got a BLNR BNIB 2022. It's about 2 weeks old. So we were chatting about that. But I had 2 others that I'm like, do I ship those as well or not?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what this, 321 Panerai is going to fetch, and I'm a little bit curious
picture of
what
the
the
Panerai.
computer is going to fetch.
Okay, no problem. So right now we have a Panda Tudor in inventory is 2021, but it's been sitting at 7. So, man, those are
How much?
at 7,000.
Oh shit! That's way too high.
Yeah. So that guy wanted 7.
Go ahead.
I was thinking the same thing whenever I saw this come in. It was a little on the high side.
Yeah.
But is yours brand new or
I'm not
pre-owned?
looking. Mine? Oh, it's a 2021 card on the Tudor. I've been wearing it here and there. It's very lightly worn.
Okay. Did you have a number in mind? I mean, that you think is reasonable to ask for it?
What are you going to charge me on consignment for
10%.
being a previous customer? That's
Yeah.
high, on that watch?
Man, it's just the policy, 10%.
I think that watch should be, like, let's not factor consignment, but what it would sell for.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would list that watch in your case at like 50. What did you say that other guy had it at?
He had it at 7. That's too high.
I put it at $64.99.
I mean, that's price. I mean, you're a very reasonable price to retail. You know, the only thing is I can't eat that fee.
No. I mean, I paid, what did I pay for that? See, I bought it pre-price up, right?
Mm-hmm.
For that watch, I paid $4,700.
So, I mean, that's the thing. Even if I consigned it at 10%, you're still going to net $5,850. I get it. You want to maximum.
I'm not looking to pay off my mortgage with it. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to lose money on this thing either. If it's a factor of, like, not making anything, then I keep it because I love the watch.
Is this the guy that is from Canada?
Right? Yeah.
How are we gonna get the watches?
Where are you located, if you don't mind?
I'm in Toronto.
Toronto. Are you going to be shipping? Because that's another thing you got to factor is everything. To get it over here, we normally don't ship outside of the U.S. So if you
we've done it before. It's like no trouble.
What did we do before?
I did it on my. We did it on my Sea Dweller, my 126600.
Okay.
My 50th anniversary. Fucking no problem at all.
But
I guess
he wants us to lower our
more,
consignment fee
like,
and eat the shipping on
a
that?
little custom-y thing, but the price to ship is the same.
I got you. So, I mean, I'm trying to just get the big picture of everything, right? We would ask $6,500, which we can do. That seems reasonable. But I mean, like I said, my fee is the fee. You still net $5,850. You know, that's $1,100 more than what you paid.
Yeah, I mean that's if it moves at 65, right?
Correct.
Like, I mean, you got Buddy over. He's at 7, which I don't know. Is that thing brand new in box or?
I don't want to tell you wrong. Regardless, it's high, and you'll be priced lower. So, you'll have the edge, and I think we can get it moved at that. I mean, are you okay with listing it for that and us charging 10%?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Okay. My next question is just the whole shipping thing. I know you said we've done a watch before. Did you provide the label, or how did they get?
No. You guys just sent me this. We FedExed it. I just shipped it FedEx.
We're not gonna eat the shipping, are we?
No, that's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be like $800 to ship.
So I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be worthwhile. I want to sell you the watch, right? I mean, it'll help us having another one reasonably priced. But the cost of shipping, I mean, I can't eat that charge for you. So I mean, if you want to provide a label, for us or for yourself to ship it over here.
Well, listen, I mean, we're talking the Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking the Tudor, which sounds like I may have the Panerai sold. Do you have a number on the 321?
They are not moving. I mean, we have priced them, got really aggressive, below cost even, just to get some action on the Panerais. And just right now with the market,
I'm getting $5,000 US for it.
Man, take it. I'm serious.
All right.
Yeah.
The Panerai, then I'll take it. I'll just sell it here.
Yeah, that's a good deal on that. It really is.
The question is this. I mean, the BLNR, which is that's a special piece, brand new in box, right?
Is it Jubilee or Oyster?
Oyster. 2022 car. I bought it 2 weeks ago now from the AD. They sized it and I put it in the box, and that was the end of it. Because I knew I wanted to move that watch retail to make room for Sky Dweller.
I know it's gonna sound low, but you would need to be around 20,000 on that watch.
That's dropped $3K in a month.
And I say that just because wholesale, like right this second, if you wanted to buy that watch, brand new Oyster 2022. I can get you that watch in your hand and have you under 20,000. I can get it for you at 19,850. That would be like me selling it to you. And so I just want to price, we gotta be close to that. If not, it's just gonna sit. I could tell you anything. You'll see them advertise, $2-3 grand more. but it doesn't necessarily mean they're selling it at that. And wholesale, brand new, every day, all day, 18.5, 19. Now, what do you like? So I know you have these watches. Are you just trying to sell it to free up cash, trade it into something else?
You know, I want to free up some cash to buy the Scott.
Makes sense. And that's what you got to factor in as well. You know, if you are getting things at retail, it's really how much do you want to make? Because you're going to make something for sure. And if you are going to, let's just say you bought this Batman at retail. What's retail on that by chance?
Cost me 11 cents.
Right. And so if I sold it, you know, for you for 20K, you would net 18,200. So that's still significantly more than retail. And then if you're going to be moving, you know, into another piece, that Sky Dweller, you're buying at retail. So you're going to make profit pretty much on everything you have. You just got to see how much you want to make.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, 2 months ago, I could have made 22 after Consignment.
Right.
Thing was ripping off the shelves.
The ball's in your court. We can help you move them. It just is going to be a little fee, you know, but if you're shipping all at once, you know, you can put 2 watches under the same label.
You know, I'm not fucking around. We've done business before. The Batman is exactly as described. It's a brand new box. Beautiful piece, right from the AD, literally 2 weeks ago. And the Panda I've been wearing here and there, right?
Understood.
So, you know, I think if you guys want to chit-chat, have a look at my, I'll send you my deeds. Chat tomorrow, and, you know, let's talk.
Okay, understood. If you want to send that to this number here, like I said, Eric's right here. I'm going to stay on top of it as soon as I get with Marco tomorrow, discuss what we just talked about, and we'll get everything worked out, okay?
Sounds like a plan. All right, cheers.
All right, thanks. Bye. All right. So pretty much my guy has a Panda Tudor. Beautiful watch. I mean, especially for the money. You're talking about $6,500. A lot of people compare this watch to, of course, the Panda Daytona, which are then going to be 30,000 plus. You know, so definitely a lot of watch for the money. Want to try to get that over here on consignment. And then the other watch, Oyster Bracelet, Batman, and his is brand new. Seems reasonable on the price. He got those at retail, so honestly, any price that we sell for him is gonna profit him. We just gotta kind of work out the shipping. We don't ship outside of the US. He's in Canada, but I'm pretty sure we can come up with something that'll work for both parties, so hopefully we get those in.
You're looking at the new receptionist here at Grand Caliber. In all reality, we're just wrapping up the day. It's about 5:30 p.m. We close at 5. Team is packing up the watches. We actually had a pretty eventful day. To give you some behind the scenes, 5 watches sold today amongst the team. Some of those coming from Marco and Alfred, who aren't even here. They're still in Vegas, but still selling when they're out and about. Vic had a deal, and I believe Eric had a deal. I know I showed you 3 deals today. One of those watches came from a deal today. So pretty good progress. We did have a little bit of drama today, something that we need to do better with our process. We actually sold a 2-tone black dial Daytona. It's one of those 3 watches that Eric sold. It was a consignment piece, sold it to a dealer. Turns out that the client gave us the watch and a card that matches the reference number, but the serial number was off. So we had to reach out to the client. Luckily, they have 2 watches that are very similar, same reference number, but they switched boxes on us. So from a business standpoint, we need to do a better job of not looking at just the serial number on the card when it comes in the box, making sure that matches the watch that they provide. So that was a little bit of a headache to sort out. You know, definitely a learning experience for our team and how to improve processes, but add a little bit of drama just because that dealer had a sold order, right? So we definitely want to make sure we're holding up our end of the bargain when a deal is made. Besides that, still improving the space, trying to maximize this area. Like I said, we want to make this an inviting area, but I also don't want to go full on, spend all this money, especially when we're working on a complete space down the road, right? So in the meantime, it's a lot of DIY, getting our hands dirty or getting, in my case, shoes painted to redo the walls, get an area, reception desk, get the area spruced up. But that's just another day in Grand Caliber. P.S. One thing I wanted to clarify is that yes, Marco and Alfred are in Las Vegas. We actually tried to get Matt out there to film. We elected not to have a booth at this IWJG event, and therefore we were told that we can't film without having a booth. So we elected to keep Matt here. That's why there's no footage of them in Las Vegas, but they'll be back here tomorrow, so you'll see them hopefully on the next episode. But until then, I'm trying to hold down the fort for Grand Caliber. Hopefully see you next week.